Mostly Hunting Podcast with Kyle and Nevin is brought to you by Fitzgerald Hossbuck brand scents, Deer Dander, VK, Vanilla Killa from the VHS days, Doe and Need, Rut and Rampage, Hossbuck, and more. Available at all major online and pro shop marketplaces nationwide. You can also get it at Snow's Indoor Outfitters and they can ship it to you. Handcrafted and bottled for the utmost quality and freshness by hunters for hunters since 1974.
This is Ryan Marsteller, and you're listening to the Mostly Hunting Podcast with my buddies Kyle and Nevin.
This is another episode of Mostly Hunting with my daddy and his buddy Nevin, presented by Snow's Indoor Outfitters.
Hey, this is Eric Aiken. Here comes another episode of the Mostly Hunting Podcast with Kyle and Nevin.
Welcome to the Mostly Hunting Podcast, episode 7, right?
7, yeah, we're on 7 already. It's gone by fast.
Yes, it has. It's been fun. Some pretty good feedback so far on everything.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting lots of feedback, more so in person and emails.
Yeah,
guys.
Nate and me have been emailing back and forth. He actually stopped in here Saturday, and I wasn't here, so sorry, Nate. Yeah, I missed him. Some of my favorite feedback I've gotten so far is our friends Andy and Allie. They have 3 boys, Liam, Kellen, and Sage. Shout out Liam and Kellen. So I was going through my comments on YouTube the other day, and there's one from Allison Schlosser. I'm like, what the? So I look and it said, Kyle, it's me, Liam Schlosser. And he said, Jesus. I think he must have been doing speak to text. He must have meant, geez. But it says, Jesus, I didn't know you had a YouTube, and that with no punctuation. And it says, it's also Kellen Schlosser. Let us know when you're going to do another episode. So it was super cool.
That's awesome when the kids get involved.
I know.
That's cool.
And so when we were with them this weekend, so I was telling, we were all laughing about it. And they were on vacation last week. And so Andy was telling us that they thought it was hilarious that on the YouTube, we just sit here and talk. So he's like, Dad, look at this. So he opens up the YouTube. He's like, they're just sitting there talking. And he's like, well, yeah, that's what a podcast is. He's like,
what we do.
No, skip forward. Skip forward. They're still just talking. He made him skip forward like 2 or 3 times. He's like, they're still just
they're
talking.
They're not doing anything.
So at some point, we're going to have to do some, the kids are on to the challenges.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have to do some challenges and
maybe do some sort of
blow some stuff up or something on
blow stuff up, eating challenges.
We could do some eating challenges.
I'm a big eater. I like food, as you can probably tell.
Same.
If you're watching.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably my favorite feedback I've gotten so far.
Awesome.
We've gotten so far.
Yes.
On the podcast.
I've also gotten some feedback as well at home. Kate gave us some feedback. She said she likes listening to the hunting stories.
Okay.
So what she suggested was that we have our fans email us some of their stories, and we can tell them on here.
I like that. That's a good idea.
I think it is as well. I said that's really good feedback. I appreciate it.
Do like a listener story or 2 a week. And
So if you have an exciting story that you want told on here, just throw it on the email, and we'll get her fired up, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I'm into it.
So since Kate wants to hear hunting stories, should we each tell one now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Since it
was her idea. And you can go first.
So, I'll talk about the buck. It's actually kind of goes along with the old saying, "Don't pass up a buck on the first day that you would shoot later on in the season."
Yep.
So, I was hunting one year, and it was the first night, first evening sit, and I had it was a pretty nice 8-point, about 16 inches wide, good PA buck.
Absolutely.
He had a broken G2, which I just moved down to DuBois that year for when I worked at Penelec. They sent me down there, and I had to live down there. I was down there for a year. So I was home for the first day of archery season, and I was sitting there, and I don't know, I was probably watching the video on my phone or something, as I catch myself doing quite often in the tree stand. And I was in like a little spot, and there's a couple oak trees there that were dropping acorns and stuff. So I was sitting there not paying attention, and I happened to look over, and I see this buck just feeding around on acorns, and I had him at 20 yards. So I'm looking at him, and I put the binoculars on him, and I was, oh man, really good buck, but he has a broken G2. Not on the first day, right? So I had big hopes and dreams of, killing a mountain buck down in DuBois on public land and stuff, and I hunted down there for days on end, as much as I could, and I never saw a buck while I was archery.
Son of a gun.
There. So fast forward, I had seen a couple really big bucks down there just driving around, but they were all on private land. And the one was actually just a giant. He was probably pushing 160s.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was huge. And I found on Onyx the property that he was on. I found the landowner's name and address and stuff, and I drove to his house. And when I pulled up his road and I got to his house, there was like 4 guys out in the yard shooting bows.
Serious?
And I'm like, I was like, well, I'm not even gonna stop.
Yep.
So I didn't ask or anything, but I had big hopes down there, and it didn't pan out. So I was home later in the season. I'm guessing probably like October 16th or 17th, somewhere around there. And I'm sitting in my stand, another evening sit, and I'm starting to feel the pressure because I'm not home that much, and I'm not seeing any deer down there. Well, who shows up but this buck?
The busted G2 8-point.
The busted G2 8-point. He comes walking down the creek, and I see him, and I'm like, all right, buddy. If you give me a shot tonight, I'm going to try, do my best here. And he did. He come up out of the creek right in front of me. It was like 25 yards. And he was quartered away slightly, and I drew back and stopped him and shot him right behind his shoulder. Long shot. He went like 12 yards, but he ran right into the brush, and I couldn't see him. I never heard him crash.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, and to be honest, I didn't even see where my arrow went. It just happened so fast that I lost sight of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear him go down, so I'm like, oh, I'll walk up, see if there's blood there. So I climbed down, and this was Matthew's triax days.
Oh yeah.
So I was a pretty good shot with that bow. I liked shooting it, so I knew I hit him, and I got down and I went over and I'm looking on the ground for blood, and I look over and he was laying there like 10 yards away. I'm
kidding.
Like, oh, I got him. So yeah, it was one of them ones where don't shoot don't pass up on the first day what you'd shoot later on in the season.
Yeah.
'Cause I could have had them. I could have been done way sooner on the same deer.
You got a lot of good nights in the woods, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A lot of peaceful times.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good story.
No, I like it. It's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good buck, and I don't regret shooting him one bit.
Good. That's good. My story, it's another 8-point story. Way smaller. As I've talked about, I am not a trophy hunter by any means. So I was in...
There's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Not in my opinion. One of me and my brother Doug's favorite stands, we just call it the Oaks. It's been there for 20 years now. Same stand, every year he goes back and puts another ratchet strap on it.
Oh yeah.
Half of them are either growing in the tree or just busted off and laying on the ground. Used to have a ladder that was made out of just a 6 or 8 inch round log that him and my cousin Greg had drilled holes through and just put bolts through.
Oh yeah.
So now we
works.
We actually have ladder sticks going up it now. But it's just always been a good stand. It's on like a point in the Oaks out on the edge of this field. And so I'm sitting up there. It was an evening hunt, and I had a cold, horrible. And I'm sitting up there, and a doe and 2 fawns had come in right under me and walked out in front of me, and I'm trying not to cough. I'm trying not to sneeze. I'm not sniffling I got snot running down. And finally, after like 20 minutes or half hour, I'm like, man, screw this. I got to cough. So I coughed. And when I coughed, she just like looked up and looked around a little bit, go back to eating acorns. So I was like, well, that didn't spook them. So I'm up there just coughing and hacking and wheezing, sniffling my nose and everything. And after a little bit, they didn't even look up anymore. So I'm like, this is all right. So it was an hour or two, and I'm just sitting there coughing, sneezing. And I look over to my left, and this buck comes walking out of the field. I'm like, well, all right. So I stand up. I had my Matthews LX at the time, and he was walking like from my left, kind of back behind me. And so I stood up, and I seen he had, at that point, it was 4 points on a side, not just 3 up.
Yeah, you had to have the brow time, too.
Yep. So I was able to make out that he had a brow tine, and I drew back and I shot, and yeah, he didn't go real far. We found him that night, but yeah, it was just, I like that story because I try to be so quiet, and it's like, man, if I make one little noise, these deer are gonna bust out of here. And that night, it was just like I was in my living room, coughing, sneezing, sniffling, doing the old snot rocket and everything off the stand. They did not care.
Yeah, it's a funny story because I was sitting in my stand one night, and I don't know if you've heard a deer cough in person.
No, not in person. No.
Yeah,
Videos
I was sitting in my stand, and it was the one that the story I was just telling. I was up in that stand, and it's really thick off to my right, and so I had no idea there was a deer in there. Well, I hear this like cough, and it sounded like an adult person
really
coughing. It was just like I'm like, what was that? Who's somebody over there? So I was watching over there, and then pretty soon this little doe comes walking out of the brush right under me. I was like, that sounds just like us. So
yeah, that's funny.
It makes sense that those deer wouldn't really pay attention to the little cough because it sounds so similar. That's
yeah, they didn't care one bit. So yeah, write in with your hunting stories. I hope some people actually write an email.
Yeah, me too.
Let's get some stories to tell them.
I like stories. I like reading them, and
yeah,
I'm really excited to read some of you guys' stories on here.
Yeah, and on the subject of hunting, we got some more news on the Sunday hunting in PA.
Yes. So we have some dates now that the Game Commission has laid out for us.
Okay.
As far as to which Sundays we're going to be able to hunt, and it sounds like it's just about every Sunday.
Nice.
It is every Sunday during archery season.
Is it? Okay.
The dates that I have here for the 2025 Sunday hunting dates, we have September 14th, which doesn't matter for archery season.
Yeah.
September 21st, September 28th.
Okay.
October 5th, October 12th, October 19th, October 26th, November 2nd, November 9th, November 16th, November 23rd, November 30th, and December 7th.
That's awesome.
For rifle season, archery season, it seems like we're going to be able to hunt every one of them.
We did it, fellas.
We did it.
Ladies
finally.
and gentlemen, we did it. That's great news.
A little round of applause.
Pat yourselves on the back, everybody.
Welcome to the 21st century,
Yep.
Pennsylvania.
This is exciting. I can't believe it's happening.
I'm pretty psyched about it, actually.
Yeah.
Because, most weekends that you get to hunt, you're into Friday, you get out of work Friday, get an evening sit, a couple hours. Later on in the season, you get an hour,
Yeah.
And then usually, from my past experience, Saturdays are just rainy, like miserable days to be in the woods, basically, And then Sunday comes rolling around, and it's the beautiful day, like a cool, crisp morning, and just perfect weather. And you can't hunt.
And if Saturdays aren't rainy and dreary and nasty, then the wives usually got something planned for fall fun.
Fall fun, trick or treat.
I don't know if I've mentioned. I know I have. How much I dislike Halloween. But it's Alex's favorite.
Best
so
night to be in the woods, but it is one of my favorite holidays.
Is it really?
Yeah, I enjoy the whole trick or treating and the dressing up stuff. It's fun.
There's some fun to it. I'm just not a giant Halloween fan. I like Christmas.
Christmas is good.
Christmas is my.
I wasn't always a big fan of Christmas until, recent.
Okay.
Started with the kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Now I really enjoy it.
Kids definitely make a difference.
Yeah, they do.
Most of the time for the better.
Yes,
Yeah.
most of the time. I have had them get pretty grumpy about things, because they wake up at, pretty early in the morning, come running out and open their gifts, and then you got a long day.
Yep.
Where they're awake and then they don't get a nap, and it can get stressful.
Yeah, and I don't know how you guys' holidays are. If you have like 15 different places you got to rush around, going here and there and back there.
It's usually there's like 2 or 3. We do, like, my family will have the night before Christmas, like Christmas Eve, little get together. Christmas morning, her parents will come over to our house, and then we'll go to their house, and then we go to her grandparents, and then her dad's parents will have a party later on, and like sometimes it's in like January. So
oh, nice.
Yeah, there's plenty of time to get ready for that one. But yeah, it's not too bad. 3 or 4 places. It's pretty. That's pretty
not
simple.
terrible. Yeah.
Long day for the kids though.
Right, which makes a long day for the parents.
Yeah. Kind of like yesterday. That's why we apologize. We didn't get this out sooner. I had a really long day yesterday. We took the kids to Waldemere. It was a blast.
God bless you.
It was a blast.
It is fun.
I had
but man, what a long day.
If it wasn't for the sunburn.
I seen you're pretty red today.
Yeah, I got fried. For some reason, sunscreen doesn't really work on me that well. Yeah, I coated it on. I was literally, I looked like a ghost.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I still got absolutely fried.
That is weird.
Happened to me in Florida too. So I was dousing myself in sunscreen every 30 minutes. And I still got fried.
Are you using the spray stuff or the actual lotion?
The spray stuff.
Spray?
Yeah. We use it on the kids, and they don't ever get burnt.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
Do you use the chapstick stick on the kid's face?
No, just a spray, and we'll rub it around.
Yeah, when Lucy was little, we had the spray, and we were going over to my brother Josh's to swim, and I was spraying her face, and she opened her eyes a little bit too soon. Oh my gosh, what a horrible day!
I bet.
Like the whole day,
it can't feel good.
No, it really seemed like it hurt.
Poor girl.
It was a pretty miserable day. So after that, we got the little chapstick things and rub it on their face. Yeah,
that's probably a good thing. I think we do have some of it.
Mm-hmm.
We just we'll spray our hand.
Yeah,
and then rub it on.
That's way smarter.
It works. Pretty decent.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that. I've kind of transitioned back to the lotion of sunscreen. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty fair
what I should. I should try something, because I'm not quite as fair skinned as you are, but I do have.
Mine's almost translucent.
I can about see your insides.
Yep. But yeah, so how do you think YouTube and outdoor channel and stuff like that? Do you think like the old school hunting shows are kind of going by the wayside?
It does kind of seem that way. For me too. I mean, I haven't watched like the Outdoor Life Network or anything. I don't even know if it exists anymore. Does it?
I think the outdoor channel's still there.
It just kind of went to the wayside. Most of the stuff I watch now is on YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah.
Like I just catch clips of stuff, and and like YouTube, I like those Seek One guys.
Yeah, Seek One's cool.
I like watching them. They make a pretty interesting story, and I follow that. And then there's a couple other YouTube channels that I'll watch, not exclusively, but I'll catch one every once in a while.
Who's that?
But it does kind of seem like it died the old school stuff out.
It's almost like nobody has Dish Network or satellite or cable or anything. It doesn't. Hardly anybody has it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we just use like that Roku TV stuff, and we got the internet, and we have our different apps that we use, and it's all kind of went by the wayside.
Yeah, it's definitely seems like it's going away a little bit, and it's all YouTube. Podcasts and stuff like that.
You still have your bigger name people out there that still make a show.
Real Tree and The Crush.
Yeah, The Crush. But I mean,
it's
I think so.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in forever.
I really haven't either. It's not that I don't enjoy watching them. I I find their situation a little bit more unrealistic than most. I can't afford 1,000 acres in Iowa to hunt on. It just doesn't make sense for me to watch them do that when, you know, I can watch guys hunting on public land or smaller tracts of private land, and it's more the way I would do things.
Yeah, it's more exciting too.
Yeah.
And they actually show like them working for it, not just we climbed up in the stand. Here's a 175-inch buck right here.
Yeah, you know? I mean, it shows them like putting in the work on their own property, like planting thousands of dollars in food plots and setting up their couple $1,000 hunting shanties and stuff like that, and moving them around with a tractor.
Yeah,
but it doesn't show like the running and gunning and the hanging in the stands and you know, not having those food plots
door
available
knocking.
to you. Yeah, the door knocking.
Yeah.
Like Seek 1 shows them door knocking and getting permission or not getting permission, and it doesn't show kind of like what I want to see. You know?
Have you ever watched that dude? I think his name's Taylor Chamberlain.
I don't believe.
I think he's around D.C. maybe, but he hunts like behind houses and developments and stuff.
Right, like the more urban style.
Yeah, and it shows him like I think he's pretty much all self-filmed. Like you'll see in the background behind him, like, you know, the house with the big screen TV. You can see people in their living room and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and that's pretty cool. I think that's cool.
I think it is too. I mean, the deer they run into people quite often in that situation, but
they have so many deer there that it's
right. Yeah, it's a necessary deal.
Yeah, and he kills some really big buck.
Overrun, you know, pretty quickly.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
I remember a Seek 1 episode where Lee was sitting up in his stand, and the guy whose house he was hunting behind come walking down into the woods and asked him to help him put a bag of chlorine or something in the swimming pool. He climbed down, helped him, and then climbed back up in his stand.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I've only watched one of the Seek 1 videos. I think they're so long.
They are long. His recent one, that giant buck he killed in Ohio, that's a good watch.
Is it?
It's a long watch. It's a good couple, it's way over an hour. It might be closer to 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like step by step what he, you know, went through to get it, and it's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he's got a little bit different of a situation now that he's famous. You know, and he's got these sponsors and stuff like Realtree. They give him a pickup truck to drive from wherever he lives, Georgia to Ohio. Like, and he's making that trip several times a week.
Yeah. For people like us, it's not realistic.
That's not realistic, especially for us. You know, it's.
But I mean, good for him. He's worked for it.
Absolutely. You know? It took him a lot of time to get that far to where he's at, and I mean, he spent a lot of time just hunting in Atlanta, you know, around Atlanta and that area, and then, you know, now he can branch out a little farther since he's got a name to himself.
Right. Yeah, the one I watched, it might have been in Ohio. It was a year or two ago I watched it, but he killed this giant buck, and like in a stand there was people like druggies like shooting up under his stand and stuff.
Yes.
It was sketchy, man.
Yeah, the one like took his trail camera and he went and like knocked on this semi trailer. He's like, "Hey, you got my trail camera?"
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, that was a huge buck.
Yes, it was.
Man,
it was a giant. That was the one he saw a video of it.
Yes. Yep.
And he tracked down the building that was in the background of this video, and I mean, he put in the work for sure.
Yeah.
To do that, and it's incredible that he gets a chance to do that. It's good for him.
Yeah. The other thing about the Outdoor Channel, the last time I watched it, I was at lineman school here a couple years ago down in Columbus, and I'm just in my hotel room flipping through channels. The Outdoor Channel came on. I'm like, I'm gonna kick it old school. I'm gonna watch some Outdoor Channel. I don't remember how many hunts I watched. 12 maybe. I counted that night, and I didn't see one single pass through.
Not one.
Nope. And they weren't even like hitting him in the shoulder or anything. Like
they were making good shots.
Like
it
just
wasn't blowing through them.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was, man. But like,
it's kind of odd. I remember back in the day, you know, mostly every shot you saw was a pass through.
Yeah, it was.
And the bows are faster now. You know, you'd think everybody would get that.
I don't know what the deal was, but I had to change the channel because I was like, this is
Almost
I can't even
makes you
stand
wonder
watching
if
this
it's
anymore.
like the broadheads or something,
Something.
like the
Yeah, I don't know.
mechanicals. But I mean, I get good penetration with mechanicals. I don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's
it was
kind of odd.
Yeah, I don't miss having the outdoor channel. Yeah.
I kind of like the simplicity of YouTube.
Uh-huh.
If I, gearing up for our Kansas hunt, I'll watch Kansas hunts.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I can just go to the search bar and I'll type in Kansas giant with a bow.
Yeah.
Because I don't particularly care for watching rifle hunting.
Yeah.
It's kind of
sometimes it's kind of fun, but yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, for the most
I'd rather
part,
watch
it's
a bow
not
hunt.
my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Even crossbows, I can watch a guy shoot a big buck with a crossbow and
Yeah.
it'd be fine.
Yeah. Crossbows are. I'm not gonna say they're a bow, but they're.
Yeah,
I think it's
legal
still,
equipment to use during the season.
I used to be an anti-crossbow guy when I was younger and naive and everything, and now, I mean, there are able-bodied guys like us that use them and whatever.
Yeah,
if you don't feel like taking the time,
or
or
if you're
you
not-
don't have the time,
or you don't have time, or you're just not, a good archer. Like
Right.
Some guys.
If
Just
you don't feel confident
Yeah,
with
if you
it.
don't feel confident in it, then it's best that you don't hunt with.
Yeah.
You're out there. You're taking an animal's life. You should be confident in the equipment that you're using to do that. So I get
yeah,
that
but
aspect of it.
everybody that comes in here, they're looking at a lot of the guys are like, I've got a shoulder surgery. I hate to do it, but I gotta go to it. I'm like, hey man, what if it keeps you in the woods?
Yeah.
I don't care what you use.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all in what, if it's a necessity,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if it's not, and you just want to use one,
Yeah.
oh well.
Yep.
It's none of my business.
No. Yeah. Whatever you feel like using, whatever keeps you in the woods.
Whatever fills your freezer.
In my opinion, if you can shoot a vertical bow, I think you should put in the time and do it.
Yeah,
But
I think you should at least give it a try.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of fun. I find
It's
it
so much
relaxing.
fun. Yeah.
To go out and shoot, 30, 40 times and just a nice little getaway.
Yep.
And my kids love when I do it too. They'll run down to the target and try to pull my arrows out and stuff. And sometimes they get them, sometimes they don't. But they love it. Sometimes I got to reel them in a little bit. They try running down on like the second shot, and I still got like 3 arrows. I'm like, get back here.
Yeah, newer people come in and they're like, I want to take up archery. I'm like, it's a very relaxing sport. Take a break from stuff until you get into it, and then it's very frustrating.
Yeah, it can be.
Mhm.
It can be super frustrating. I've been extremely frustrated before trying to get the bow dialed in and stuff, or if I'm just having an off night and then it makes me want to shoot more, and then I just get worse. I'm like, I should just hang it up, try a different day. I'm starting to get angry.
Yeah. When I'm shooting a stick bow, I've always had, since I started it, I've always had this little goal where, I'm not always grouping them, where the feathers are touching on every arrow.
Right.
But I try to have at least 2 arrows that I can pull out at the same time.
Yes.
At least 2 close enough that, I
You
can
can
pull.
grab them at once.
That's just one of my little goals that so set yourself some sort of little goal like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other thing is I like shooting at golf tees. So
stick them in the target. Yeah, I've seen them down there.
My blocks here, you'll see little orange golf tees, and I think that is 1,000 times better than shooting at a big, 3-inch circle.
Yeah, yeah, it's a aim small, miss small.
Yeah.
For those of you that have seen The Patriot.
Yes. Yeah.
With Mel Gibson. Awesome movie though. If you haven't seen it,
Great movie.
give it a watch.
Yep. Give it a watch. Yeah, that's one little tip I can give people is a golf tees. They're cheap.
Yeah.
Put them in if you don't
And
have
if you
a target.
hit one, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's about the size of a dime.
Yeah. When Nolan's
smaller.
shooting here, I tell him he gets a buck every time he hits a golf tee down there. He's got a few bucks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nolan's going to be quite the archer.
I hope so.
He's got
As long as he
he's
sticks
got the
with it.
tools to do it.
Yep. Yeah. He's actually my brother and nephew Ben and one of his buddies Wyatt they're all going to Brown's training camp.
Oh,
tomorrow.
no kidding.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
Nolan's staying the night over there. He's so excited.
I
He's
bet.
9.
That's awesome.
His cousin's 14, and I think Wyatt's either 14. I think he's 14. But so my brother Josh got Ben these tickets for his birthday, and he's like, "Hey, invite 2 of your buddies." So he asked Wyatt and asked Nolan. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That's good on Ben.
Yep. Good for him. He's just
take his little cousin with him.
good big cousin, man. Dude, Nolan's so
That's
excited.
awesome.
He's stoked.
I've never been to anything like that, and that would be.
I know.
That would actually be really cool to see.
Yeah. So Nolan started football practice, tackle football. He had practice last night and tonight, and he got these black, gold, and white Jordan high top cleats.
Oh yeah.
They're super sick, man. But I'm like, what are you gonna have him sign tomorrow? He's like, I think my cleats. He's like, I'm gonna be wearing my cleats. So I'm like, what do you mean you're wearing your cleats tomorrow? He's like, well, it's a training camp. I'm like, well, no, buddy, you're just watching.
You just watch them practice.
Because we took him to the David Njoku football camp last year.
Oh,
him and Ben. So I think he thought it was one of those, like they were going to be out on the field with them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, sorry, bud.
No, you just got to sit and watch this one. But
Yep.
No, that's super cool.
Yeah,
I hope
hopefully
he has
get
a
some
blast.
cool signatures and stuff, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's good for him.
One more thing I wanted to talk about was, when do you get ready for archer season?
As you all could probably have picked up by now, I'm not exactly what you would call a ready person, I guess. I'm a huge procrastinator. Everything's the last minute. Most of the time I forget. I don't know. My mind's always racing, and
Yeah.
I just forget stuff.
At least we shoot our bows before season.
Yeah, I do shoot my bow
Yeah?
most of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And Kate could vouch for this one. I am a very forgetful person.
Yeah.
So, which comes along with the procrastinating. So, usually it's like the morning of
Yeah.
the hunt.
Of the first day?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I'll start gathering my stuff up. I'll wash it at some point throughout the summer, but then
Yeah.
it just kind of gets scattered throughout my hunting room,
Mhm.
and I'm running around the house frantically at 4:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
trying to find stuff that I thought was here, and it
I know I
turns
put
out-
it here at the end of last season.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I mean, I did have a chipmunk that was. I got the little guy. The
Did
other
you?
day. Yeah, got him
Nice.
finally.
Good job.
So I thought he was coming in the house and moving my stuff. But it's probably not what was happening.
Had to have been one of the kids. Yeah,
No.
I at least do it the night before. I usually get the kids to bed, and I'm like, oh, son of a gun, tomorrow's archery season. So I run down to the basement, just like you. I'm scrambling, trying to find my grunt tube, and I'm like, where's my grunt tube? Throwing my stands together and trying to find broadheads and everything. Last year, I was using those RMS Cutthroat 3-blades last year. It was like midnight the night before. I'm sharpening because they don't come, they come dull.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, you can pay to have them sharpened.
See, I did that with the. I got the cutthroats.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So they're
You listening to
single
me?
bevel,
Oh,
not the 3-blade.
not the 2-blade single bevel. Okay.
Yeah, just the 2-blade single bevel. I ordered them sharp.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah, I should have ordered these sharp because I was down there at about midnight sharpening 6 broadheads on a flat stone.
that would be me if I had to sharpen my broadhead.
got 'em sharp enough.
It would have been probably the morning of. I'm sitting
In the tree stand sharpening your broadhead.
Yeah. It seems sharp enough. I can shave my arm hair.
Yeah, right.
No,
so
it's like my headlamp. Last year, could not find that thing.
Really?
It took me 45 minutes in the morning. I was almost late, you know.
almost didn't need it.
like, I don't know what the heck's going on here. I had it in my bag, so I thought. It just disappeared. I don't even remember where I found it, but I did end up finding it before I left.
Yeah.
Yeah, almost didn't need it. And grunt tubes, everything gets misplaced. And
Yep. You know what's a really
Unbelievable.
cool thing? I got one over here. The Trophy Ridge, high quality Trophy Ridge stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Versalite. That quiver has lights in the top of it.
Does it really?
Yeah, and lights in the hood. So you click the button and you can see there's a little light shining down on your arrows.
So you can see when you're putting your arrows in.
Yeah, and also ones in the top. So when you're carrying your bow in, and they're green lights. You know, say they don't spook game.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got a light in the top of your
That's
quiver.
a really good idea.
I think it's brilliant.
It is.
Yeah,
So, I think Matthew should.
I
Come
think
up with
Matthew
something
should
like
probably
that.
do that.
Yeah.
We could
I might
probably.
just tape one to my quiver. I think that would.
That might
I
not
got
be a bad
plenty of
idea.
electrical tape. So.
Where do you get that from?
Don't ask. I'm not gonna tell.
Some good Super 33.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You get 3M stuff.
Yeah, but that's I've never used one, but I think they're awesome.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Then you never lose your flashlight. It's attached to your bow, and if you don't have your bow with you,
you ain't got your
something's
arrows.
really wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking of quivers, when you're in the tree, do you leave it on or take it off?
I take mine off.
Do you really?
Yeah. Or no, I leave it on.
Okay.
No.
I thought I was gonna have to find a new co-host.
Okay, yeah. I leave it on.
Okay.
Always leave it on. Most of the time, I'll get the permanent attached quiver. Yeah. Like when I had a Matthews, I was shooting the attached
fixed,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't take it off because it's just another thing that I got to hang on the tree, and then like follow-up shots if I have to make a follow-up shot, which I get excited when I see a buck. So sometimes there's a follow-up shot.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But if I have to make a follow-up shot, my arrows are right there. I'm not scrambling around trying to remember where I hung it on the tree. If I hung it low or high, it's just...
That is one of my hunting...
Just makes it easier.
This should be a segment we do sometimes. Hunting pet peeves.
Pet peeves.
That's one of my pet peeves is people... I'm sorry. People that take their quivers off of the tree. It drives me nuts.
Dustin does it.
Yeah. My brother Doug does it.
Time.
He takes his off. When I'm watching the hunting show and they miss or whatever, sometimes they drop an arrow. I've dropped an arrow out of the tree numerous times.
Yeah, I've done it.
And they're looking around, trying to reach around the side of the tree to get their other arrow. I'm like, leave it on the bow and it's already right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Like this.
It's literally right there.
Oh,
it makes it so much faster.
Yeah, I mean, do what you want, but leave your quiver on, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the deal is with taking it off. I don't know what it does. The people,
I guess
I've never heard like a good reason for it. Other
it takes 5 arrows that weigh 450 grains and off your which that adds up.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Ounces
to me,
or pounds, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But if you're worried about that, then
whatever.
I don't know. I guess everybody's got their quirks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so that's one of my silly pet peeves that doesn't matter about anything. Yeah. Speaking of hunting and setups and stuff, look what we got laying here.
Oh yeah, the Trophyline.
We got
stuff.
Some new Trophyline stuff.
This is the budget-friendly stuff that we have sitting here.
Yep. So this is the Rival.
Rival.
The Rival climbing sticks. These bad boys.
These are really nice. I like the doubles. I'm a big fan of doubles.
The fixed doubles. Yes. I like that. So for this 4-pack, I mean, they got the holes just like, the Beast sticks and stuff.
Yep.
They remind me of the Beast sticks quite a bit.
They do. They look a lot like them.
$179 for a set of 4.
That's not that bad.
No.
Considering most that you look at are $100 a piece.
Yeah, 110. A lot of them are $110 a piece.
Yeah.
Here's the platform, the Rival platform.
That is a nice looking platform.
Look at the colors.
I've always liked Trophyline.
I like Trophyline.
They make a good product.
$169 for that.
No kidding.
Yep.
Let me see that. It's light.
It's not quite as light as their Hyperlight stuff.
Oh, with that comes a little bit more of a price tag, of course. It's made out of that magnite material.
They're freaking sweet though.
Stronger than carbon, lighter than aluminum.
Yep.
And that stuff, I've picked that platform and those sticks up before, and those things are
the platform's
feathers.
like you're not holding anything.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
But
we got the
$160.
Yeah, and these saddles, I got the Nimbus Pro in Bottomland. Dude, you can't beat Bottomland, right?
No,
it's the hottest.
It's old school.
It's the hottest camo. The last 3 years?
It's
probably
really made a comeback in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and then this is the Covert.
And that's a nice saddle too.
Sorry,
it's
what
light.
is it? The Covert Ultra.
Ultra.
It's all mesh and stuff. Your butt's not going to sweat in that bad boy.
Oh no. No, they make a good product.
They're out of Pittsburgh.
I had the Covert Light.
Yes.
Back in the day there before I got the Latitude stuff, and I see that they fixed, I think, what most people were saying was bad. The Covert Light had a huge Cobra
great
buckle
big
on
buckle.
It. Yeah, and the zippers and stuff on the pouches were a little bit noisy, but other than that, it was a good saddle. But this thing's, I mean, there's like no weight to that at all.
It doesn't weigh anything. The Covert Ultra is $200. for the. Is that the kit? No, that's not the kit.
That's this one for those of you watching on the YouTube
That's
channel.
$350 for the whole kit. Comes with everything you need: 2 pouches, your lineman rope, your tether, everything. And then the Nimbus Pro. This is your budget friendly here. The Nimbus Pro saddle kit.
The Nimbus. It's a little Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Nimbus 3000.
3000. Okay. Yeah. So that's $339. Everything you need. And it's in bottom line. You can't beat it.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
I'm not trying to turn this podcast into a sales pitch, but
for
this stuff just came in.
Yeah, it's a gear talk.
Yeah, it's a gear talk.
Yeah, and if you don't want to spend $1,000 on a good saddle hunting setup, this Trophyline stuff it's really
pretty hard to
nice.
beat.
Yeah, and really budget friendly.
Yep, and we're not biased to any. We're not sponsored by Trophyline or anything like that, unless you want to.
I mean, if you guys want to throw some stuff our way.
But I got one Latitude saddle back here. It's the 2-piece one with the magnets and stuff. It's pretty cool.
That's the one I have.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
And I also have the Venatic and the Spectre Venatic Trophyline. We got a bunch of Trophyline stuff in here. Those guys are awesome. My rep, Jake Orenzo, he treats me really well.
That's good.
Yep.
They make a quality product.
It's awesome stuff, man. There's really no bad brands in a saddle hunting game. I don't think.
No, I mean Tethered makes awesome stuff.
Yeah, Tethered,
Latitude makes
Canyon
fantastic stuff.
Outfitters, which is another one I wanted to get in here. I just haven't yet.
Buzzard Roost.
I've
heard great. I've never had one of them. I think they're a little more on the high end side of things.
Yeah.
They might have a budget friendly option, but I don't know that for sure. But I have seen good reviews on those.
Yeah.
Lone Wolf Custom Gear, as far as I know, they don't really make like a straight up saddle. They have like a harness type deal now. But they make awesome saddle platforms. Their hybrid stand is what I have now, and that's fantastic. Their climbing sticks are awesome. They make some really good saddle hunting stuff.
If anybody wants to check out the Lone Wolf Custom Gear stuff, I got me and Nolan set up back there.
Oh yeah, the 0.5s.
The 2.5 strapped together with the Hyperlight sticks. You gotta feel like this setup.
Go grab that. We'll take a look at it.
I also have on this. I have the Latitude, the back straps.
Oh no,
kit.
That's a really nice setup.
Yeah, I feel like that. That's 2 whole stands with 4 sticks.
2 stands and 4 sticks. Wow.
Yeah.
That's like just one regular tree stand, like an XOP or something. Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
Nope.
Did you weigh it?
I did not. Let's do it real quick. I got my bow scale. That'll work good enough, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Man, those backpack straps are nice.
Yeah, I just put those on the other. I got those
a lot
in here.
of padding there.
Where can I hook this thing? Right here, maybe? Right here?
I don't know if that'll... Yeah.
19 pounds.
19 pounds. That's 2 stands and 4 sticks.
Yeah.
That's a whole 2-person setup in the same tree.
Yep. What's
for less than 20 pounds.
An old 2-piece climber. Those are like what, 28 pounds
28,
or something?
29 pounds.
I got one back
Summit.
here. What's it weigh? I got a Summit Goliath SD. It weighs 21 pounds.
21.
21 pounds. Just the technology today is
crazy.
insane.
I'm glad you were able to find another 0.5, by the way. I think
I was able to help out one of our buddies.
Yeah.
Eric, he wanted a 1.0. He had the 0.5.
Hopefully I left some good luck with that 1.0.
Yeah.
I killed a lot of deer out of that.
Didn't bring me any last year.
I think I shot probably $5 or $6 out of it since I had it. And I mean, I got the 160 out of it.
Yeah, you did.
So best of luck, Eric. I hope you shoot a giant out of that thing.
Good luck, Eric. Hopefully I didn't put too much of my bad luck into it. This 0.5 here with all the camo tape, that was Eric's. I kind of like that already has all the silent tape on.
It's very, very close to bottomland, too.
It is. Pretty close. That's midland camo.
Oh.
Not bottom. Not topland. It's not quite bottomland.
Close enough.
Stupid.
They're not going to see you.
No, they won't see it. So yeah, that's.
But the tape, I love the tape for silence and stuff. I have mine all taped up.
Yeah,
it
nice.
helps a lot. All my buckles are taped because sometimes when you get to throwing them around the tree,
you use cam buckles still, don't you?
Yes, I use cam buckles.
Gosh,
it's the easiest thing.
Oh, I hate cam buckles so much.
I don't know what you think is so
hard
about it.
I hate them. They store like crap. They're heavy. They're loud. Right here, this am steel. Where is it? This guy. From Hang Free.
Hang Free.
Yep.
I actually have a piece.
I use this for my stand. This is the, what's their bigger? Is it 5/8? Is that what that is?
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's what I use, and then I use it for I use that dryad killdeer.
There's a Prusik knot on there, right?
There's a Prusik and a tender.
Yeah. Does the tender actually help?
Yeah, big time.
I found with am steel, and I have a Hang Free tether, and the Prusik knot gets real tight on there. You almost got
you need to work at it to get it apart.
Massage it out to get it apart, and that's what I don't like. It's time consuming. When my cam buckle, I have it attached to the stand. I throw the loose end around. I attach that, and then all I got to do is go like this, pull.
I hate them.
And it's tight.
I hate them.
And then when I want it off, I just push the little button and it loosens up, and then I take it off.
Hey, just like taking a quiver off a bow in the tree stand. Whatever you want to do.
I guess to each their own.
You can do whatever you want, but it's wrong.
Okay, I like that.
So yeah, that's what me and Nolan are going to be running this year. Yep, it's going to be.
We might as well just succumb to that.
We might as well just start saying we're running. Enough. That's what I'm running. What are you running? Somebody's going to be running this year. I'm running a Matthews and
running a Hoyt.
I have the low pro quick detach quiver on that. It won't be detached.
Will not be detached. Yeah, I
that quiver is freaking awesome though. They weigh nothing. They sit so tight to that bow.
It does sit really nice and tight to the bow. Keeps it nice compact.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like the grip tape on there.
You like that?
Yeah,
that comes with I got the side plates on there for Matthews.
Oh.
That comes with the side plates.
Okay.
That comes with that coarse one, and then a 200 grit sandpaper, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yep. Yeah, I
like the setup.
Really enjoy that. What else you want to talk about this week?
No, that's our little gear talk.
That was our gear segment.
Presentation there. I thought went really well with the Trophyline stuff.
I think we nailed it.
We could, I think so too. I mean, if they want to, sponsor us, that'd be cool. But
yeah, they don't have to.
So I heard some big news today for a customer come in today.
Yeah,
that's
this young lady came in with her. I guess I didn't ask. I assume her mom, dad, and brother. But anyway, if they're not, I apologize. Sarah was her name. She got drawn for a Pennsylvania bull elk tag.
That's incredible.
Once in a lifetime.
Absolutely.
Which they actually made it once in a lifetime now. You can't get drawn again.
Oh, you can't do it twice.
I think they passed that, unless what I read was just them thinking about doing that. But I think you can only do a bull tag once.
Then it's truly once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yep. So yeah, she got drawn for a bull tag, and she came in with this old Parker crossbow. And they're like, give us your honest opinion. Do you think this can kill an elk? I said, well, it can probably kill an elk. I think it was shooting it said I looked it up, 305 feet per second or something like that. I'm like, people kill them with compounds slower than that. But there's not a whole lot you can do with a crossbow bolt, to make them heavy. I mean, you can make them a little bit heavier here and there, but it's not like a compound bow arrow where you can
you have endless options.
Yes, yeah. So I was like, I'm going to be honest with you, I wouldn't take it on this hunt.
My once in a lifetime hunt.
Yes.
An old crossbow is as reliable as they may be.
Mm-hmm. I said, if you put a 150 grain point on the end, a fixed blade broadhead, I said it'll probably work just fine. I said, but personally, I really tried not to sound like a salesman because
and we're sort of not the guys to talk to about stuff like that because we like the new shiny. I like shiny. I'm a big shiny guy.
Yeah, exactly. So and again, I didn't ask. I'm just assuming it was her father. He said go over there and pick up a crossbow and tell us you would take that on this elk hunt. So I went over to the Wicked Ridges, a couple of them.
Yeah, they make
They're very nice crossbows.
I've heard great things.
Very, very. They're made by 10 Point. Great crossbows. But the thing that they didn't, she wasn't a real big girl, so she wanted something she could pick up and carry comfortably, and they weren't sure what kind of terrain they were going to be getting into. So I showed her that. Well, I didn't have any, the cocking mechanism. You got to take that thing off and up over the scope and down onto the string and then move it out of the way. It's kind of a whole thing.
A little bit of a process.
Yeah. So I was showing her those, and I went and checked somebody out. And I went back. I'm like, well, what'd you come up with? She's like, well, how much are these ravens over here? So luckily they asked about the ravens. I didn't want to try to push them into one of those.
You don't want to push the too expensive stuff.
So I showed her. We got the R470 in here. We got the R26X plus P, which is, it's tiny. It's awesome. But she didn't like how that was balanced, so she ended up deciding on the R10, which is my most affordable one. And I had her shoot 2 or 3 different ones. I had her cock them and decock them and everything. And so I thought it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's great. And hopefully she goes down there and
smokes a giant bull,
huge bull elk with a crossbow that she bought here from you.
Yep, that'll be
fantastic.
Pretty awesome. I told her, if she goes with that, which they're going to come back and buy that, she said, find a fixed blade, like 150 grain point, probably, just enough to get enough weight and everything. And it's exciting. I had chills the whole time.
And you're going to be involved in the whole process now because she bought it here, and I'm sure that she's going to come back and be like, "Hey, I got one," and tell you the whole story. And
hopefully I'm going to give her my phone number. Hopefully
that's
she
the
can
cool
send me some
thing about
pictures.
your job is you get to sell a product to hunters like yourself, and then eventually they're going to come back in here and be like, "Hey man, I shot the biggest buck of my life with this bow that I bought from you, and this is this is super cool."
And like when I sell a bow, I'm sure everybody's seen it. I take the picture and put it on Facebook, and I always say, "Hey, tag us in the pictures this fall." But I'm serious. I want everybody to tag us because this, like you said, it's I feel like I'm a part of it.
Absolutely.
And I told my wife, I'm like, I love buying stuff and I love helping people. In this job, that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing.
And I just love it when somebody comes in and I can get them a bow that they like, and I try my best not to upsell and be that guy and everything. And it's just get somebody
that's a super
what
cool
they want
thing.
and
you're a part of their story now.
Yep. The first thing I always ask them is, what do you want to spend? And then what brand do you like?
Well, that's the important part, is what you want to spend. And you've got more than enough options down here as far as used bows
and I'm getting more used crossbows and bows. We're getting closer to season, so we definitely got options down here.
Yeah. Speaking of closer to season, you're going to have a garage sale?
Yeah, I'm planning on doing like a garage sale here. So, I got a bunch of old stuff. Rich had this place for 31 years.
Yeah,
there's a
stuff
lot of stuff here. Yeah. That I'm sure I could use at some point. He knew what it was. I maybe don't. It's stuff like that. And actually, he stopped in yesterday. We were talking, and he's like, "You ought to do like a garage sale." I said, "Well, actually, I've been thinking about doing that. Get rid of some of the old stuff." And he's like, "You could even sell half a table for $10 or like a picnic table. People can, if you got old stuff you want to sell, you can put a table up in the parking lot and
have a little display.
Yeah, and hopefully make it like a yearly, every year the same weekend, and
a little
probably
get
sometime
together,
in September.
buy, sell, trade, do whatever.
And I've been thinking about doing like a pre-archer season party kind of thing here.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Maybe the weekend before, or I don't know, something like that. But I think it'd be cool.
Yeah,
everybody get down here,
have some
maybe
food, bring a dish,
some beers, hang out,
talk about hunting.
I think it'd be awesome.
Well, mostly hunting.
Yeah, mostly hunting. Yeah. But yeah, I think that garage sale would be pretty cool because people with budgets, there's going to be a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
They can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there will be future posts about that, I'm sure, as to when, where, and what the date and time.
Yep. Also the buck pull.
Yes.
I keep getting people asking me about the buck pull. So hopefully you're still listening or watching. So I'm gonna do a buck pull exactly the same as Rich did. It's gonna be $5 to enter. Everybody gets an envelope at the end.
That's points and spread.
Yes,
right?
points and spread. I don't know about the big grand prize yet. I haven't really talked to anybody about it yet. So there will be a big grand prize, just like Rich always did. And then we spoke on a previous episode about doing the optional buck pull. You're still interested in doing that?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
More details, we'll do like once a week or maybe once every other week. You can bring your horns in.
Yep, we'll get them scored. And it will be a buck. It'll be like a little bit more expensive to get into.
Bigger entry fee, bigger prize.
You can do both.
Yeah.
Buck pulls if you want to.
Yeah.
And you can get involved in both if you want.
But you can't win both.
Can't win both.
I don't think you can't win both of them. Yeah. So, yeah. Just one winner for each.
We'll find a way about that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. There's a lot of stuff details ironed out. But yes, we are going to do the $5 buck pull just like Rich did. And there will be a Facebook post about that, so everybody will have details on that. So
awesome.
Yep. So what else? We're almost at an hour.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Holy cow. A little bit over the time.
Yeah. I have a feeling these are going to keep getting longer and longer.
Yeah. We find more stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And so I guess we can end this one here. The stories, though, guys. If you have a story that you want told on here, send it to the email. We'll get it on here, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, one of us will stumble through reading it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't read real good, but so yeah, everybody, thanks for tuning in, watching, listening. Liam McKellen, if you're still watching, we're still sitting here talking.
Yeah, we're still sitting here, still talking.
Yep. All right. So thanks, everybody. This is Kyle. See you later.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right.
We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Later.